Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Good evening, Clark County. I'm Jacob Granneman here with your Thursday night update of the stories we're following for you. Let's dive in. Clark County added 50 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 since yesterday, among the highest daily totals since the pandemic began. The increase brings the total number of cases to 3,776, with 62 fatalities. 169 people are considered to have active cases, meaning individuals who are still within a 10-day window since being diagnosed. Hospitalizations, however, were down slightly from yesterday. There are currently 23 people with a confirmed case and 13 others awaiting test results in Clark County hospitals. After a pandemic-induced pause, Clark County is getting back to the process of updating rules for horse barns and boarding facilities. Complaints led to the county's code enforcement office issuing citations to 4 equestrian facilities since 2018, ultimately prompting the community to flood a council meeting last February. A public forum scheduled for last March was postponed after the pandemic hit. On Wednesday night, a virtual listening session was held as a chance for equestrian community to share their thoughts on how the county's code should be updated. The county is looking at 3 areas, primarily building requirements, private versus public use, and operational impacts. Public input ranged from clarifying existing code to creating new rules to limit the financial impact of smaller farms and private facilities. No decisions were made last night and no date has been set for further discussion, but the council assured the public it is high on the priority list. Antonio Buckley and other homeowners near Leverage Park are grateful for the city's response to their concerns regarding the homeless camping in and around the park. Julie is keeping her word, Buckley said, referring to Julie, Director of Parks for the city. Several city employees made notifications Thursday morning to many homeless who have been camping at one of the parking lots in the park, letting them know that they will have to move. There also were cleanup crews. Hammond confirmed that there were 8 service providers on hand to provide the campers with other options, whether it be the city's own safe zone in East Vancouver or places that local churches are providing. Buckley and his neighbors have been asking for help in the past month as the camping has spread throughout the neighborhood and nearby trails. Buckley also led a volunteer cleaning crew last weekend. They disposed of more than 50 needles at one abandoned campsite. On Wednesday, they found and discarded more than 50 more along Ellen Davis Trail. New Camas City Administrator Jamal Fox started a lengthy discussion at Monday's City Council workshop. The city manager of Parks and Recreation had recently announced his retirement, and Fox proposed an upgrade to that soon-to-be vacant position from manager to a director with a $40,000 salary increase. Fox told City Council members he wanted to reimagine the future of the Parks Department. The new director would engage the community, reimagining and reinventing public spaces, according to Fox. City Council members questioned why someone supervising perhaps 6 employees in Parks and Recreation would be making the same as the police chief, fire chief, or even the public works director. Council asked repeatedly if the city could afford the new position. Mayor Barry McDonald later pulled the agenda item from the regular City Council meeting, given the significant concerns expressed by council members. Go to ClarkCountyToday.com to read the full story. When the Castro family of La Center says road trip, they really mean it, as in 12,000 miles. Here's Paul Valencia with their story.
I've known Jason Castro as the athletic director at Prairie High School. I had no idea he was also the Clark Griswold of Clark County. Hey family, let's get in the car and go, 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 go. 2 educators in the family, movie buffs and historians as well. Jason and Jill Castro came up with the perfect way to celebrate those passions with their 2 daughters while giving them an education. Road trip! No, seriously, a road trip of a massive scale. The Castros of La Center traveled more than 12,000 miles, stopping in 37 states in 33 days this summer. They stopped at civil rights landmarks and Civil War battle scenes. Those were their classrooms. They turned their car into a lecture hall in between their destinations. Oh, there was plenty of fun as well. The Potato Hotel in Idaho, the search for extraterrestrial life in New Mexico, the largest rocking chair in Mississippi. They toured the Louisville Slugger Bat Factory in Kentucky and went to the Baseball Hall of Fame in New York and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. They ran Rocky Steps in Philadelphia. They saw the famous leg lamp at the house of A Christmas Story. They walked on the football field at Notre Dame and said hello to Touchdown Jesus. They went looking for a prison and trouble found them. Oh, and they ran the bases on the field from Field of Dreams. Is this heaven? No, it's the Castro family's crazy summer road trip of 2020.
Well, as the saying goes, no good deed ever goes unpunished. That saying was all too applicable to James Troutman and his friend Travis on Monday. The pair spoke with KGW earlier this week about a harrowing experience of witnessing a head-on collision on 179th Street while returning from a fishing trip. Troutman, who is a captain with East County Fire and Rescue, immediately blocked the road with his Ford pickup truck, which was towing his boat, and then leaped out to assist those injured in the crash. The driver who had caused the accident, however, was behaving erratically. Once he heard sirens in the distance, he refused help and rushed to Troutman's idling truck. The driver then struck Travis as the truck began to move. He then grappled with Troutman, now trying to get the keys out of the ignition and hanging partly out the truck door. Deputies initially gave chase but had to call it off. The truck has not been recovered, and though the boat was, it was pillaged of thousands of dollars of equipment. Troutman, who was injured, is out on work for an extended period of time, and his friends have set up a GoFundMe that can be found in our full story. The candidates for Southwest Washington's 3rd Congressional District will square off on Friday afternoon in a debate hosted by the League of Women Voters of Clark County. The race is a rematch between Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler and Carolyn Long, an associate professor of political science at WSU Vancouver. Herrera Butler defeated Long by less than 6 percentage points in 2018. The debate will be on air on Clark Vancouver Television, as well as the website and Facebook page of K2 News in Portland, starting at 2 p.m. It will be moderated by Steve Leader, a Clark County native who recently retired after 30 years at KXL FM News Radio. Clark County Today will have full coverage of the debate. You can find coverage of the other Clark County races by visiting ClarkCountyToday.com and clicking on our election information button on the right side of the page. Well, there's a check of the stories we're following for you at ClarkCountyToday.com. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. Send us your story ideas and feedback, too. We want to hear from you. Our email is news@ClarkCountyToday.com. I'm Jacob Granneman. From all of us, thanks for watching. Have an excellent evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow.